Hey folks, TreasureWeaz here. Had another good weekend out garage sailing. Didn't get a lot of footage of me actually buying the stuff. I'll try to get some better shots of that coming up. But I'll show you what I did get. First thing I bought was this little cast iron Bigfoot. He was $15. Way too cool to let him sit there. The money goes in here. Like I said, I don't know if you have to split him in half to get the money out. I don't know if I ever put any money in there, but he's just going to live over here on the shelf somewhere. Then another sale. I bought a few of these. I don't know if you remember Spuds McKenzie. This little goblet. And I bought a couple of... bought this one, which is a fairly big, like a beer mug. And this smaller beer mug. Two of them are kind of Christmassy, and one of them is like Spuds' birthday. They were $7 for all three of them. I figure I could get $5 to $7 a piece for them, so I could probably triple my money. I really thought the bigger one would be worth a lot more money. But I guess if you can triple your money on it, you can't worry about that. Bought this little thing. It's a little tiki mug. Doesn't have any markings on it. I thought maybe it'd have the Hawaii marking on it. But for $1, I just thought it was way too cool to leave there. I'll put it in here somewhere. Definitely neat for $1. One of the other sales I went to was a lady that was downsizing her house. And she said she'd spent 50 years buying all the stuff, and now she was trying to just get rid of a bunch of it really fast so she didn't have to look at it. She had tons of stuff like this green color. She was really big into that. She had $3 on this thing. It's some kind of like an old oven thermometer. And they're selling for like 40 or 45 bucks on eBay. Even if I got $30 on it, that's pretty good. But she knew what she had. She said she'd been buying this stuff for 50 years. So she knew she was giving good deals. She had tons of Halloween and Christmas stuff, and I bought a whole bunch of these. These things are fairly valuable, this witch. I looked them up. I think this one's like 40 bucks. And there's some bigger ones. I think I bought 9 of the witch. This witch. And then I bought 3 or 4 of these. The witches were $4, and these little spiders were $3. They're all made by the same lady. These are worth $30 or $40 a piece. So you figure if I bought 12 of them, low end 30 bucks, you know, that's pretty good return. She had a whole bunch of these too. I bought these. They're made by somebody else. They're not quite as valuable as the witch and the spiders, but these were like $1. So still really cool. Like I said, she must have had some pretty cool setups to have all this stuff, but she had all kinds of antiques. And I wish that I'd have bought more from her, but I was kind of hurrying, and I grabbed what I thought was a pretty good haul till I started looking it up. This was there too. Like I said, about everything she had, it was $4 or $5. It was probably worth 40 or 50. This is like a stonemason's or hammer, I think. I definitely think this thing's worth like $40 or $50. I bought some vases, but I can't get them on here. Like stoneware vases. And they were a little bit more money, but I think they're worth a solid $50 a piece. She had tons of this green, I think it's called jadeite. Frost Kingware. But this was a little set for $5. I think this set's probably worth 40 bucks. I bought 2 or 3 other ones. It's the same thing. It's just a different bowls, cups. But they were all $4 or $5, and I think all of them are probably worth about the same 40, 50 bucks once you put them together. I went to another sale. It was an older couple. He had this thing. It's an old, you put oil in this glass jar, and that's how you could pour it in. It wasn't like today where you throw everything away. They saved everything back then. A lot of these have like a maker's mark on them and tell you who made it. I've got 2 or 3 of them. But the bottle's weird. Most of the ones I have kind of look like a milk glass kind of that comes up to the top. I've never seen this. I don't know if the guy just threw it on there or if this is actually one of the bottles. It's a little bigger than most of them. But it was $5, and it's probably worth 25, 30 bucks. Definitely cool. At that sale, that was a classic example where I wish that I had got there about 5 minutes earlier, because I saw a lady heading out with a ton of stuff. And you can't get all of it, so But he definitely had some really neat old stuff, and he was just about giving it away. Last thing I'm going to show you is this old Cathedral radio. It's an old Philco. I bought this for $5 too at the same sale. All the dials are here. Everything moves. I haven't tried to turn it on. I'm a little nervous. It always makes me a little scared plugging these in. Most people are never going to plug it in. They're just going to put it somewhere in their house because it looks cool. But I think this thing's probably worth $50. A little bit of cleaning. It'll clean up okay. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.